Hello everyone, welcome to week 5. This week the plan is to finish up our study of probability. So we have 3 sections I want to cover. I'm going to skip section 3.5. Not that it's unimportant, but it's stepping away from probability and looking at odds. So 3.4 is a continuation of the last section from last week. So in 3.3 we covered combinations and permutations, or at least generated the formulas for combinations and permutations and introduced factorial notation. In section 3.4 this week, we will do some applications of those formulas. So calculating probabilities using combinatorics, basically counting techniques. Section 3.6 and 3.7 deal with the probability of multiple things happening. So in section 3.6, covers the addition rule of probability. And the addition rule of probability, we're interested in looking at the likelihood or the probability of multiple things happening at once. For example, what's the probability that I pull a card at random from a standard 52 card deck and that card is either a heart or a face card, one or the other? So I think that's one example that's in the notes that I posted, possibly also in the textbook. The last section we're going to cover, 3.7, deals with the probability of a sequence of events happening. So what's the probability you pull 3 cards in a row, one after another, and they're all aces? We'll talk about 2 scenarios. One where events are independent, one where events are dependent on each other. And again, this is all covered in the notes. The last thing I want to talk about is the semester projects. So I'm going to post a separate video for that. Don't worry about that. That's not going to be due to the last week of class. And it's not going to be too much work at all. I know there's a lot squeezed into these 7 weeks. We only have 2 weeks after this one, and in those 2 weeks, tentatively just 3 sections. I might amend that to 4. We'll see how it's going. So I'm choosing chapter 7 because it ties back into chapter 1. Chapter 7 was inductive and deductive reasoning. Chapter 1 was inductive and deductive reasoning, and chapter 7 is mathematical logic. So basically, formation of arguments, valid arguments versus invalid arguments. So it sort of brings us full circle back to the inductive and deductive reasoning. All right, that's about all I could think of so far. I have notes posted for each of the sections, I believe, and you may, where are we? Lecture notes and videos. Okay, so I have notes posted in each folder, in each section folder, and in addition to the videos that I record, you may want to, I put a direct link here to the probability content on Khan Academy. So if you click that guy, it should bring you up to more or less a table of contents for probability topics. Okay, so compound probability of independent events, that's relative to this week. Multiplication rule, that's section 3.7. Dependent events, yeah, so this is, it might not be a bad idea to take a look at some of these videos as needed. I wouldn't say watch them all. Alrighty, keep up the good work. I've been receiving some questions from some students, but when something comes up in the homework, send it my way. I know you can redo problems as many times as you need to until they're right, but if you're struggling on a problem, or if it takes you a couple of tries to get it right, even if you get it right and your homework score is 100%, you still might want to send the question to me so I could record a quick video, post it in the homework responses section on Blackboard, just for a little bit of extra perspective before maybe seeing that problem again on the exam. Okay, have a good week, everyone. And again, anything comes up, any questions, please send them my way. And when I post a video explaining the final project, which I'm using the word project. It's more like an assignment. It's not a big project. But when I post a video explaining exactly what I'm looking for, I'll send out an announcement and you'll receive an email so you'll know exactly when that's up. Should be later today. Okay. Have a good day. Have a good week, everyone, and check in.